I'm back with another one. How you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you all for coming back. But before we get to the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit a thumbs up as well. Leave a comment down below. Share the videos out everywhere you go. Let them know that T-Vlog is over here cooking some delicious meals on this video. Now, you guys, I have not done a cooking video in a while. Now, the ones I have been doing has been the ones where I cook for my grandbaby, y'all. And they just real short and sweet. And I haven't done nothing since that collab. So, with that being said, tonight we are having for dinner, I am baking some salmon. And I'm going to make some salmon Alfredo. Alright? So, I know you kind of like, what? Salmon Alfredo? That sounds good. But I don't have whipping cream because I'm not using whipping cream. I'm going to use some almond milk. And to thicken it up a little bit, the sauce will be the cheese itself. But probably I might add just a little bit of the cornstarch. But you'll see that as I go, depending on how thick I need the sauce to be. Now, with that being said, you guys were on the live when I dehydrated these tomatoes, okay? And I'm going to use a few of my dehydrated stuff inside this Alfredo as well, okay? So come on in here and see what I'm doing on this video. Hey everyone, I'm back with another one. So thank you all for coming in. I am making this fettuccine Alfredo. I have some Parmesan cheese, some skim almond milk. I have a little bit of butter. Well, y'all know that's not real butter, but country crock. And then I have my salmon. Of course, I have my spices there, and I'll show you guys what I used. But first, let's cut into the salmon. Now, the salmon was packaged itself from the grocery store. But when I bring my meats home, I repackage them in my vacuum sealer bags so that way that they can stay fresh. Okay? So now I'm taking my salmon out. My salmon has been cleaned and washed. I did that when I had repackaged it in my self-seal bag. I'm going to cut the skin in half. I just basically cut the meat part and then fold it over when I package it. I did that for it to be 2 pieces, one for me, one for Dee. Now we're going to lay this in here and we're going to season it up with my spices. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. And I want to say thank you to everyone that has been participating and watching the lives. Now I have some Old Bay seasoning here. I'm going to sprinkle a little Old Bay on there because y'all know Old Bay is good for seafood. And it's great on fresh fish. Then we're going to go ahead and add a little cayenne pepper because y'all know we like a little spice in our life. So that cayenne pepper just come right on in. Then we're going to go ahead and add some smoked paprika. I'm almost out, so I need to go get some. And this is smoked and regular paprika mixed together. Just a little bit. Then I looked up in my cabinet, and I was looking for my black pepper, but I wasn't for sure whether it was up there or not. But I went on and got my herb de Provence. This is a Mediterranean seasoning blend. And this here is my black pepper, freshly cracked black peppercorns. So I made my own black pepper. Now, if you want to know where to get that herb de Provence, you can order it online. But I also got mine from Marshall's. Plan on going back to get some more. So there was some seasoning in my pan. So what I did is I took my fish and I kind of just rubbed the backside because I didn't turn it up and flip it and season it on both sides. I just took whatever was left in the pan and kind of rubbed my fish over it. Y'all look at my grandbaby. He is checking me out in the kitchen. He is so sweet. So now here we go. We're going to go ahead and start making the sauce. We're going to put the water on for it to start boiling for the pasta, and we're going to make the sauce. This here now is the Alfredo sauce that we're getting ready to make. Now I used what little butter I had left in my bowl, which wasn't much, but we used it on up. And then I will come in back later. You'll see me add a little olive oil into this pan. I wanted to use a little butter because I wanted to get my vegetables kind of softened a little bit because I had some chopped broccoli and I chopped it kind of thin so it can soften up because I didn't want to boil my broccoli. I still wanted my broccoli to have like a little bite to it. So that's it, a little broccoli and 2 garlic pokes. That's going into this pan with this butter. And y'all cannot tell you, this sauce, this meal was very delish. Now here I'm adding my dehydrated tomatoes, just a few. I kind of got quiet because my grandson was asleep and I have to do voiceovers when he's asleep. So now I have here some green onions, and those the ending of the scallops, that the ones that I didn't dehydrate, so I'm going to use this in here as well. I'm dropping my spinach, y'all. So we're going to saute these veggies up real good and flavorful. We're going to let the garlic flavor these veggies with the onion. Okay, so we're getting these sauteed up real well. Now I'm going to go in with that olive oil I told you guys because I needed to add a little more fat and I didn't have any more butter. So olive oil is an optional. Look at my grandson standing in the kitchen door. He smells that food. So now I'm still trying to scrape the rest of the little butter out. I put it in the microwave and kind of let as much of it melt down. And that bowl of butter was completed. But y'all know me, because I like to use my bowls for Tupperware. There's a free Tupperware I did not have to pay for. How many of y'all, comment that down below, how many of y'all use y'all bowls from the store? Okay, now we're going to go in with my silk almond milk. I think I put at least about 1, maybe 2 cups right here. I add about 2 cups. And maybe a half. 2 cups and a half. But I came back and I added more. So I said roughly I added 3 cups to this pan of milk. But I did that because I wanted to make sure that the spinach is submerged in there. Now, I did add quite a bit of vegetables in there. Now, in here is my same seasonings from my fish as well as without the herb and dot poppins. But I also added some dried sweet onions. You know, when I dehydrated my onions and celery, I added that in there too. I added just about a tablespoon of that in there too. Okay, so we're going to submerge the spinach because we want the spinach to be softened before I actually add the cheese and anything else. So I didn't have enough milk, so I came back in with about another half a cup of milk. If you've gotten this far in the video, please hit a thumbs up and a like and a comment. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I have in my hand my cheese, but I'm not going to put that cheese in there just yet because I want to get this is Parmesan cheese from Hy-Vee, and it's been in my freezer for a while, so we're going to use it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my pasta into the pot. Got to get the pasta boiling. So we got the water hot and it's boiling. So we're going to get that pasta in there. So now, after we get the pasta on, we're going to refer back to the sauce and make sure that the sauce is boiling and doing what it needs to do. So now I'm just trying to get the pasta down into the pot, you know, after a while.
So now the sauce, I have it on a medium heat because I did not want it to cook too fast, because I have to pay attention and know that this is not whipping cream I'm using. So I kept it on a medium to low heat. And so that's why my spinach is still kind of whole and stuff, but it's withering down a little bit at a time. Now I'm going in with a little cornstarch. You know that whipping cream thickens the sauce. I use just a teaspoon of cornstarch because this is almond milk. And a lot of people say, oh, almond milk will stick itself. And once you put the cheese in there, it's going to thicken up. Not the way I want it to be creamy, okay? So I just use just a little teaspoon of cornstarch. Because, cornstarch or arrowroot, you can use either one. I didn't have any arrowroot, and I should have had arrowroot, but I just used just a little cornstarch, but it wasn't too much. So I add just a little bit more, so it was about a tablespoon of cornstarch. So I just sprinkled it in just a little bit. Now this second time, that was about a half a tablespoon. So if you think about the first time I sprinkled it, and this time, that's about a tablespoon. And I got my shadow in the corner. Look over there, y'all. He come back, he leave, and he come back. So now, excuse me for coughing that video, just waking up and I have a little squeaky voice. So now I'm filling with the pasta. Of course, now we have our spinach withered down, and all those, like those dehydrated bell peppers and celery, dehydrated tomatoes and everything in there. So now I'm going in now with a half of this 6-ounce bag of Parmesan cheese. So now we got the sauce to be as slightly thickened as I wanted it to be. Remember I told you I wanted the milk to be a little thick. So we got it slightly thickened because the cheese will thicken the rest of the way. Okay? And the cornstarch helps it to stay creamy as well. Arrowroot does the same thing. So I'm adding a little more. And then we're just going to go ahead and blend this in. And y'all, I'm telling you, this is a way that if you do not have whipping cream at home, and you have like milk or almond milk, and you want to still make Alfredo, you could do it this way. You don't have to buy the stuff in the jars that has multiple stuff that's in it. If it's not all natural stuff in it, don't do it. Okay? Because all it is butter, garlic, fresh garlic, and your Parmesan cheese, and your milk. Whipping cream or whatever that you use. I used to use whipping cream, but now I'm trying to learn how to come away from some of the stuff that I'm not supposed to have. Now the pasta is just a regular pasta, but I didn't have any gluten-free pasta on me, but I will soon be buying more gluten-free pasta. We're just using up kind of like the stuff that we have from the food bank. So pretty much everything that's here that I'm using came from the food bank. Yes, except the cheese, because I've had that for a long time in my freezer. So, and it's still good because it was in the freezer. Yeah. And so I'm using the rest of that cheese in the bag, and that's it. And we're just going to go ahead and mix that up. Now you're gonna see how creamy that this sauce is gonna get. You see how creamy it looks now? It's thickening up on its own with the cheese. Very much so. And I'm gonna let it boil and thicken up a little bit more. And it's gonna look so, so delicious. So next we're going to be adding, we're going to drain that pasta here soon, and we're going to add that pasta right on into this sauce. Now the key to keeping your Alfredo sauce like this, in any type of pasta Alfredo dish, is to not put too much pasta. Sometimes we could put too much pasta and then we'll be like, oh, it's not creamy enough. It's not creamy enough. It's too thick and it just doesn't taste good. Less pasta, more sauce. Okay, more sauce, less pasta. So that's the key. But I'm not saying, go out there and buy 4 or 5 bottles of sauce. But I love to make my own sauce fresh. See, I'm going to go around those edges and scrape that sauce down and then scrape in the middle. Just makes it see how creamy it is. So it is at its consistency that I want it to be. And then you're going to see how delicious and creamy this pasta is once I add the pasta. Once the sauce, how creamy the sauce is. So now my pasta is ready to be added. I'm getting ready to drain my water off my pasta. And then we're just going to go ahead and add it right into the pan. Now we're going to add it into the pan. Bless your grandson. He woke up right when I was doing my voiceover. And now we're going to flip that sauce. Just keep flipping that pasta in that sauce. And we're going to go ahead and add it in there. And this was just the right amount of pasta. Bless your grandson. Just the right amount of pasta for this sauce. If you've gotten this far, thank you for watching. It's been a while since I've been able to upload a cooking video for you guys, but we got one in, and one of my favorites. Now, I've cooked this and made this once before on my channel, but I've made it with the whipping cream and stuff like that. It's been a while, and it's in one of my old iconic videos. But this way that I'm making it a little much more healthier with the almond milk. Excuse me, y'all, with the almond milk. And yeah. So let me show you guys what this looks like with a close-up. Doesn't it look delicious? Y'all, we had a ball with this pasta. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And then see how creamy that looks? And that's exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. If you're not following me watching the video, please start following, and it would be lovely. Follow me over at Simple Meals by T Vlog. That's right, Simple Meals by T Vlog. It spaced the word so you too can get any and every uploads that I make. All right, y'all. So let's check it out.
Woohoo! So now we're going to plate this plate up for you guys. And I had to let you guys hear what he was saying right along with me. So now we're going to add the pasta onto the plate. And look how creamy that looks, you guys. See how it comes out real creamy and I don't know if you say delicious, but yes, it was delicious to us. And now we're going to I added a little more of those tomatoes and spinach to the plate. So now we're going to go ahead and get the
salmon. And we're going to add the salmon on top of the pasta. So I didn't add any oil to my pan. That's good because it's a glassware. And I wanted my skin to my salmon to be crispy. I love crispy salmon skin. It's so good. Oh, and it has great beneficials for you. Look up the beneficials for the skin of the salmon. And you'll find yourself cooking salmon skin more often on your salmon. So now we're going to plate this up on top. And there we go. You have your own delicious, healthy way of chicken Alfredo. I'm sorry, y'all. Salmon Alfredo. I still have a little Alfredo left in there. And I have some grilled baked chicken. So I think I may take one of those little slices of baked chicken I have in there that's in my vacuum seal package and heat that up and put that with the rest of this pasta for tonight's dinner for me and grandson. There you go. Check that out. A beautiful plate for a beautiful person. All right, child. Love you guys.
Here we go. Baked beautiful salmon on my take on a twist of Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo. If you want to know how I made this, get in there and find out how I made this. Simple Meals by T Vlog. That's right. Simple Meals by T Vlog and Space the Word. Just love you guys. Bye.